Welcome to the Canadian Beef Cattle Podcast, presented by the Beef Cattle Research Council. The most popular content from beefresearch.ca, available on the go. Before we get into this week's episode, a quick message from the BCRC. Ensuring newborn calves consume colostrum is one of the most important management strategies cow-calf operations can implement to promote healthy calves. Colostrum provides essential antibodies to a calf with virtually no immune system. Colostrum also contains fats, vitamins, proteins, and other immune cells essential to provide the calf energy, warmth, and the local immunity it requires to thrive in the first few days of life. It is crucial for the producers to observe newborn calves to make sure that they have received colostrum and intervene if necessary. Learn more about handling colostrum by clicking the link in the show notes. This episode is titled, Stop Foot and Mouth Disease at the Gate.
As the holidays and winter months approach, some Canadians begin planning vacations and welcoming visitors to their farms. With increased travel and farm traffic, everyone, both those working on and visiting farms, are part of keeping Canada free of foreign animal disease such as foot and mouth disease, FMD. For beef cattle producers, traveling safe involves knowing key information before returning to Canada. A few of these guidelines include the following for before, while, and after travel. Before you travel, inform Canadian Border Services of your travel plans. Know the FMD status of the regions you will be traveling to, and be aware of the most up-to-date information on FMD outbreaks and FMD status. While traveling, avoid direct contact with livestock and wild animals. Do not purchase or bring back any meat or animal products. Clean and disinfect footwear and clothing regularly. Leave behind any items that cannot easily be disinfected. When returning to Canada, declare to Canadian Border Service agents when you have traveled from a farm or high-risk location internationally or will be returning to a farm. Declare all food products to Canadian Border Services and leave leftover food from flights or overseas airports on the plane. Avoid contact with livestock for 5 days after returning from any country. Avoid contact with livestock for 14 days if returning from a country that does not have an FMD negative status. Clean and disinfect all belongings, especially shoes, gear, or tools that have been in contact with the soil. Proactive biosecurity measures, including following travel guidelines, is critical in the Canadian feedlot industry, a finely tuned but highly complex system with countless moving parts. A single lapse in biosecurity, such as a visitor or a farm worker not following recommended protocols, could introduce a foreign animal disease into the densely populated cattle sector. If that happens, the consequences would be swift and severe. This highlights the need to keep disease out by implementing and enforcing biosecurity protocols, including cleaning and disinfecting protocols for footwear, gear, tools, and vehicles. Footwear can easily carry pathogens from one location to another, making thorough cleaning and disinfecting of boots an essential practice. Trailers used for transporting livestock can harbor pathogens if not properly cleaned. Keep transport vehicles free of contaminants by following transport cleaning protocols. Recognize symptoms early. Educate employees on the visible signs and symptoms of disease. Halt the movement of animals, equipment, and people at the first sign of trouble. And report to your local veterinarian if you suspect any foreign animal disease in your herd. When traveling, beef producers can keep their herd safe by understanding the risks and implementing biosecurity practices, as well as educating those who may visit their farms as international guests or foreign workers. Planning ahead and having protocols in place will result in safe travel for all.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode. You can find all relevant links and information at beefresearch.ca or in the show notes. The Beef Cattle Research Council is funded by the Canadian Beef Cattle Checkoff and strives for excellence in the production of Canadian beef, cattle, and forage through research, innovation, and extension. Tune in every Tuesday as the Canadian Beef Cattle Podcast delivers straightforward insights, expert information, and a wealth of practical knowledge for Canadian beef producers. Subscribe now.